Okay, so this is the Explorer EXPPRO. I recently purchased it and I really love using it. It's a very nicely made tripod, very sturdy. Everything just works really well, and comes with a nice carry bag, and the metal arc approves of that as well. So I do highly recommend these products. They are very, very well made. Okay, now I'm going to show you my new tripod from Explorer. I am an Explorer reseller and I really love this tripod. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a reseller. This is very well made. This is carbon fiber and it's very lightweight. Explorer makes tripods for travel and adventure, so these are a little bit smaller and a little bit more compact than other tripods that are similar. This has the twist knobs, and this particular tripod has 3 sections to the legs. You see that I have a spike on this foot, so I can use a spike or a rubber foot. They both come with the tripod in the kit. I also have a couple of Allen keys that came with it, and I can use this Allen key to tighten or loosen the spike, take it on and off. Okay. All right, let me extend these legs. Okay, so I have a very nice panoramic type ball head. So this is the knob for the clamp. When I put my camera up on top of the clamp, I have this lever here that loosens up the ball, and I can really crank on this knob to tighten up the ball and make the camera very secure. On this side, the knob on the top adjusts the tension on the ball. So sometimes we don't want the ball to just be really loose and the camera flop over very easily when we're positioning it. So we can tighten that tension. And then this knob down here allows me to loosen up the bottom and rotate or pan to do my panoramic images. Okay. Position this here as I put on the camera. So again, I have my L bracket on this. Slide the front in first, make sure the clamp is wide enough or open wide enough, and then turn the clamp down to tighten it very securely. So now when I loosen this, I can position the camera however I want. I also have legs that are separate from each other, so I can slide this out and move the legs up and down or spread them out to adjust for uneven terrain. And then with this type of tripod, let me get the camera off, I can take off the head, replace it with something else. And I have some heads that I'll show you in a minute that I use for doing night sky photography. And you notice I don't have a center post. So a lot of high-end tripods don't have center posts because with a center post, you might get that camera movement from it being there. Some tripods will allow you to purchase a center post separately. Not the case for this one. And I also have 3 set screws here that I can use to tighten the head onto the top of the tripod once I get this screwed in and secure. So if I want to keep this head on here all the time, then I would tighten this down and tighten up the set screws from the bottom. I also have a leg that comes off so I can make a monopod. This one with the rubber grip on it unscrews from the base, and then I have this adapter that has really long threads that I can screw in here, and now I can put my head on top here, and then of course my camera on top with the clamp. Okay, so let me take this off, get this leg back on, and I'm going to show you some other heads that can be used for different purposes, and some things that I use for night sky photography. Hello, meadowlarks. Okay. All right, so let me show you some other heads. This is a leveling head, and if I fit this on here like this, I have 3 levels on this platform, and I can adjust these knobs until I get the bubbles in the center of all of the levels. So if you don't have a bubble level on your tripod, this can be useful, especially if you're doing panoramas. This is a wedge, and this is a wedge for one of my trackers. And so if I secure this on here, then my tracker goes onto here in the clamp, and then my camera, my other head, and my camera would go on top of the tracker. I have some other videos that show you how to set up some of the trackers that I use. And so these knobs here on the back work together. You have to tighten one while loosening the other, and this adjusts my side to side, my panning, and then this knob here in the front adjusts my declination. Okay. Let's see, what else do I have? Now I have, this is a 3-way geared head, and I also use this for tracking. And I have 3 knobs here. This one adjusts the side to side, or the panning. This one adjusts the horizontal level, and this one adjusts the declination. Okay, so this is great for aligning your tracker to the North Star or whatever you use to align to. I also have an Arca Swiss type plate that fits on top here, and this can go onto the bottom of my tracker. I also have a tilt pan head. So sometimes I use the tilt pan head to do multi-row panoramas. And this particular tilt pan head is a lot better than the one that comes on the little cheapo tripod. So I have this knob here. If I loosen this knob, which is really tight, then I can pan side to side. And then the handle, if I loosen the handle, that allows me to pan up and down. So if I'm doing a series of shots to do a multi-row panorama, I would pan from one side to the other to do one set of shots. Make sure that I tighten this knob between each shot. Then I would change the declination for the next row. Do another row of shots, change the declination again, and then shoot another row. So when you're doing multi-row panoramas, you don't have to do one row and then go back and change the declination and then go left to right. You don't have to go left to right with every row. You can go left to right, up, then right to left, up, then left to right. Okay, oops. Tighten that so I can take this off. The obvious reason for using a tripod is that we want to keep our camera still. But the not so obvious reason for using a tripod is that it forces us to take the time to look around and think about what it is that we're going to photograph. So what we include in the photograph is just as important as what we exclude, and taking the time to set up your tripod is going to help you slow down, take a look around, and compose your images in a much better way. So thanks for watching, and make sure to follow my YouTube channel for more useful tips.